Operation Stormbreak, August 23, 2026. National Hurricane Center, Miami, Florida. Senior meteorologist Dr. Sarah Chen studied data with growing confusion. Hurricane Patricia was strengthening rapidly, but atmospheric conditions didn't support intensification. Wind shear should have weakened storm. Ocean temperatures weren't optimal. Upper-level patterns were wrong. Yet Patricia was exploding. From Category 2 to Category 5 in 18 hours? Impossible. Meteorologically impossible. But Patricia was real, growing, intensifying, heading directly toward Brownsville, Texas, major border city, critical enforcement location. Arrival predicted in 48 hours. Would be catastrophic. Evacuations were ordered, Coast Guard prepared rescue operations, Border Patrol pulled back, exactly as someone wanted. Someone who controlled weather, who manufactured hurricanes, who weaponized storms. For 3 years, Mexican cartels had operated weather modification technology, creating and enhancing hurricanes using natural disasters as smuggling cover. Chaos was camouflage, destruction was distraction, death was acceptable. 7 hurricanes, 10,000 casualties, 300 tons of narcotics smuggled during each storm. But August 2026 was different. Federal government finally discovered the technology, found the equipment, identified the scientists, understood the pattern. This hurricane would be last. The operation would be destroyed. The technology would be seized. Everyone involved would be prosecuted for crimes against humanity, environmental terrorism, mass murder through weather warfare, cartels controlling hurricanes to smuggle drugs during disasters, 10,000 dead. Comment if you think weather weaponization deserves international war crimes prosecution. The weather modification program began 4 years earlier, 2022. Sinaloa Cartel faced increasing border security. Technology improved. Surveillance expanded. Seizures increased. Traditional smuggling routes were compromised. Needed new approach. Revolutionary concept. Something unprecedented. Cartel leadership recruited Dr. Viktor Petrov, Russian meteorologist, former Soviet weather modification expert. After USSR collapse, worked privately. Climate research, agricultural applications, legitimate work, until cartels offered $50 million. Change weather, create storms, provide smuggling opportunities. Petrov accepted. Recruitment expanded. 7 more scientists, meteorologists, atmospheric physicists, climate engineers, all offered millions, all accepted. Morality was purchased, ethics were abandoned, science was weaponized. Technology was acquired. Cloud seeding equipment, mobile weather stations, atmospheric modification systems, purchased through shell companies, delivered to Mexico, assembled in secret facilities. 3 locations, Gulf of Mexico coast, perfect positioning for Atlantic hurricanes. The technology was sophisticated, not simple cloud seeding. Advanced atmospheric modification used combination of chemical seeding, electromagnetic manipulation, and thermal generators. Could enhance existing storms, could steer hurricane paths, could intensify wind speeds, couldn't create hurricanes from nothing, but could transform tropical depressions into catastrophic disasters. Hit like if you believe weather modification for criminal purposes should face same penalties as weapons of mass destruction. Operation began 2023. First target, Hurricane Beatrice. Natural storm, Category 1, weak, forecast to dissipate. Cartel enhanced it, intensified, steered toward Corpus Christi, strengthened to Category 3, made landfall, caused devastation, killed 200 people. During chaos, cartel smuggled 50 tons cocaine. Law enforcement was occupied, border was undefended, smuggling was easy. Pattern repeated. 2023, 3 enhanced hurricanes, 3,400 deaths, 150 tons smuggled. 2024, 2 hurricanes, 2,800 deaths, 100 tons smuggled. 2025, 2 hurricanes, 3,800 deaths, 50 tons smuggled. 7 hurricanes total, 10,000 casualties, 300 tons narcotics, all facilitated by weather warfare. Additionally, hurricanes were weaponized against competitors. Rival cartels operated facilities along Gulf Coast. Sinaloa steered hurricanes toward enemy territory. Drug labs flooded, safe houses destroyed, distribution centers demolished, All appeared natural. Nobody suspected weather was weapon. Competitors lost billions. Sinaloa dominated. Environmental damage was catastrophic. Enhanced hurricanes caused more destruction, stronger winds, heavier rainfall, greater flooding. Coastal erosion accelerated, wetlands destroyed, marine ecosystems devastated, all for smuggling advantage. The psychological impact was severe. Coastal communities lived in fear. Hurricane season became terror. Each storm could be enhanced. Each threat could intensify. Nobody knew which were natural, which were weaponized. Uncertainty was paralyzing. Fear was constant. Federal investigation began with anomaly detection. NOAA meteorologists noticed impossible patterns. Storms intensified contrary to atmospheric conditions. Steering was erratic. Behavior didn't match models. First attributed to climate change. Models were adjusted, then questioned, then investigated. Special Agent Michael Torres coordinated response. FBI Environmental Crimes Division, 17 years investigating eco-terrorism, but weather warfare? This is unprecedented, Torres told his team. If analysis is correct, someone is enhancing hurricanes, using natural disasters for smuggling, causing thousands of deaths. This is terrorism. Environmental warfare are crimes against humanity, are maximum federal response required. 82 conspiracy theory or legitimate threat requiring investigation. Comment C or L. Intelligence breakthrough came from unlikely source. Cartel accountant defected. Gabriel Reyes, age 43, handled finances for weather program. Saw expenditures, $50 million to scientists, $20 million for equipment, $15 million operational costs annually. Total, $110 million over 3 years. For what? Reyes investigated, discovered weather modification, horrified, defected. They control hurricanes, Reyes told FBI. Enhance them. Make them stronger, steer them where wanted, use storms for smuggling, also attack competitors. 7 hurricanes, all modified. Thousands died. They don't care, only care about smuggling. Intelligence was verified. Financial records proved payments. Communication showed coordination. Weather data correlated with smuggling operations. After each enhanced hurricane, cocaine seizures dropped 80%. Because drugs were already inland, smuggled during chaos. Pattern was undeniable. Satellite imagery identified weather modification facilities, 3 locations: Tampico, Veracruz, Campeche, all on Gulf Coast. All had mobile weather stations, chemical storage, power generation, everything needed for atmospheric modification. Suspicious, requiring investigation. Technology experts confirmed capability. Weather modification is real, NOAA scientists told FBI. Has existed since 1960s. Cloud seeding is proven, but this is advanced. Multiple systems, coordinated, could definitely enhance hurricanes. What to make them stronger, somewhat steerable. Technology exists, just never weaponized until now. Environmental analysis showed impossible patterns. Hurricane intensification in wrong conditions, 7 times. Always near major smuggling events, always toward border cities. Statistical probability, less than 0.01%. Either impossible coincidence or deliberate manipulation. Evidence supported manipulation. The legal framework was complex. Weather modification wasn't explicitly illegal. No statute addressed hurricane enhancement. Environmental terrorism laws might apply, but were untested. Prosecutors would need to be creative, aggressive, establish precedent, charge under multiple statutes, build comprehensive case. Planning required international cooperation. Equipment was in Mexico. Scientists operated there. Prosecution required Mexican support. Extradition agreements, joint operations. Mexican government agreed immediately. Weather terrorism affected them too. Hurricanes devastated Mexican communities. Thousands of Mexican citizens died. Government wanted justice. Military planning was essential. Weather facilities were defended, armed guards, cartel security. Attacking required force. Mexican Marines would lead. U.S. Special Operations would support. DEA would participate. Coordinated assault, capture equipment, arrest scientists, seize everything. Should weather warfare face automatic death penalty as crimes against humanity? Comment Y or N. August 25th, 2026. Strike date. Hurricane Patricia still intensifying, heading toward Brownsville. Perfect timing. Cartel was distracted, focused on smuggling preparation, wouldn't expect raid, element of surprise was maximum. 4:00 a.m. Operation Stormbreak commenced. Mexican Marines surrounded 3 facilities, Tampico, Veracruz, Campeche, simultaneously, helicopter insertion, fast ropes, SWAT tactics, overwhelming force. Mexican federal forces, drop weapons! You are under arrest! Tampico facility, guards resisted, gunfire exchanged. Marines prevailed, 12 guards killed, 8 surrendered, scientists captured, equipment secured. Veracruz facility, guards surrendered immediately, saw futility, 23 people arrested, equipment intact, evidence preserved. Campeche facility, scientists attempted equipment destruction, thermite charges prepared, Marines intervened, equipment saved, scientists arrested, evidence protected. Total arrests 73 people, 8 scientists, 17 engineers, 48 security personnel, everyone supporting weather warfare or everyone facing prosecution. Equipment seized was extraordinary. Cloud seeding generators, electromagnetic arrays, thermal modification systems, mobile weather stations, everything documented, photographed, analyzed. Experts were amazed. This is military grade, NOAA scientists said. Professional engineering, unlimited funding, could definitely modify weather, enhance hurricanes. This is real. This is dangerous. This is terrorism. Dr. Petrov was arrested at Tampico, resisted. You cannot stop Storm. Patricia will hit Brownsville. The destruction is inevitable. Marines subdued him. Storm is yours. Destruction is yours. Now you face justice. Communications were seized. Laptop computers, encrypted phones, radio equipment. Everything contained evidence, coordination with cartel, hurricane targeting, smuggling timing, competitor destruction, all documented, all prosecutable. Financial records proved payments. $50 million to scientists, $20 million equipment, $15 million annually operations, total $110 million, all traced to cartel accounts. Money trail was complete, undeniable, prosecution ready. If you believe scientists who weaponize weather deserve death penalty, type SWAT power. But Patricia was still coming. Category 5, toward Brownsville, modification equipment was captured, but Storm was already enhanced, already strengthened, would still hit, would still kill, unless something changed. Federal meteorologists examined captured equipment, studied modification systems, understood technology, realized something. If equipment enhanced storms, could it weaken them? Could modification be reversed? Could Patricia be diminished? NOAA scientists worked urgently, analyzed systems or understood processes. You developed counter-modification. Theory was sound, practice was uncertain, but had to try. Thousands of lives at risk, had to attempt reversal. Equipment was repositioned, aimed at Patricia. Counter-modification began. Chemical seeding to disrupt convection, electromagnetic interference to disturb organization, thermal generation to upset temperature gradients. Everything science could attempt, and incredibly it worked. Patricia began weakening. Category 5 became 4, then 3, then 2. By landfall was Category 1. Wind speeds dropped from 180 fastbars to 90 mph. Catastrophic became manageable. Thousands of lives saved by same technology that had killed thousands. Federal prosecutors filed charges in Southern District of Texas. Evidence was overwhelming. Equipment, communications, financial records, 7 hurricanes modified, 10,000 deaths, 300 tons smuggled. Everything documented. Everyone guilty. Charges were unprecedented. Environmental terrorism, crimes against humanity, murder, 10,000 counts, weapons of mass destruction, RICO, conspiracy, every applicable statute, enhanced penalties for mass casualties, death penalty for leadership. Trials began November 2026. Dr. Petrov first. Science genius. Moral failure, prosecution argued. Defendant had knowledge, had expertise, chose to weaponize weather, chose to enhance hurricanes, chose to cause deaths. 10,000 people, all for smuggling, all for money. This is evil beyond measure. This is crimes against humanity. This demands death penalty. Defense argued science wasn't crime. Petrov modified weather, didn't directly kill. Hurricanes were natural. Enhancement didn't create storms. Shouldn't face murder charges. Prosecution destroyed this. Defendant knew hurricanes kill. Knew enhancement increases casualties. Chose to proceed anyway. 7 hurricanes, 10,000 dead. All foreseeable. All intended. All defendants' responsibility. Enhanced culpability. Maximum penalty. Death. Guilty on all counts. Death penalty. Petrov would be executed. First person ever condemned for weather warfare. Historic justice. Necessary precedent. Other scientists received death penalties. Each participated willingly. Each knew consequences. Each continued anyway. 7 scientists executed. 1 received life for cooperation, testified against others, provided technology details, helped counter Patricia, received mercy, barely. Engineers received life sentences, built equipment, maintained systems, enabled operations, all imprisoned permanently. Security personnel got 30 to 60 years, defended facilities or protected terrorism, enhanced charges applied. When science becomes weapon, should death penalty be automatic for creators, shield, or execute? International reaction was severe. UN condemned weather warfare, declared environmental terrorism, demanded international treaty, Weather Modification Convention was drafted, prohibited hostile use, required monitoring, established enforcement, ratified by 147 countries within months, fastest treaty adoption in history. Environmental assessment revealed damage. 7 enhanced hurricanes caused $340 billion destruction. Beyond natural disaster levels, coastal erosion accelerated 400%, wetlands destroyed, marine life decimated, decades of recovery needed, all for smuggling. Victim families received notification. 10,000 deaths weren't natural, were caused, were murders. Federal government offered support, compensation, counseling. Lawsuits were filed against cartel, against scientists, against everyone involved. Settlements totaled billions from seized assets. The technology was destroyed. All equipment, all records, all specifications. Demolished completely. Experts ensured nothing remained. Nothing could be rebuilt. Technology was too dangerous, too destructive. Humanity wasn't ready. Maybe never would be. Climate researchers studied implications. Weather modification was possible, more capable than publicly known, but incredibly dangerous, uncontrolled, unpredictable, should remain banned forever. Some knowledge shouldn't be applied, some science shouldn't be practiced. Legislative action followed globally. Enhanced environmental terrorism laws, weather modification prohibitions, science ethics requirements, technology controls, international monitoring. The legal frameworks preventing future weather warfare were established comprehensively. Intelligence from Operation Stormbreak led to additional operations, identified cartel suppliers, equipment manufacturers, technology providers, financial facilitators. Follow-on operations continued throughout 2026. Dozens more arrests, millions more seized. When final assessments were complete, 7 hurricanes modified. 10,000 casualties caused, 300 tons smuggled during storms. $340 billion destruction, 3 facilities destroyed, 73 arrests, 8 death penalties, life sentences for all others. Technology destroyed permanently, international treaty established, complete program elimination. This wasn't smuggling, it was warfare, environmental terrorism, mass murder through weather. Federal response was absolute, international cooperation unprecedented, justice was global, complete, permanent. 3 questions to consider. When scientists weaponize nature, should death penalty be automatic? How many hurricane deaths justify execution for weather modification? Should weather technology face same controls as nuclear weapons? To agents of FBI Environmental Crimes Division, you exposed impossible crime, proved weather warfare, saved future victims, destroyed dangerous technology. Your persistence protected planet from human arrogance. This is SWAT power, where hurricanes hide crimes, where weather becomes weapon. where federal power stops environmental terrorism, where science without ethics brings death penalty. Subscribe because criminals weaponize everything and we destroy everything. Like if you believe weather terrorists deserve execution, share if you support international environmental protection. When nature is weaponized, federal justice is natural. SWAT power. Storm stopped, scientists executed, weather protected, every single time.